What is up, hooligans? Happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. I appreciate you guys being here. Make sure you hit that like button. More likes, more hooligans. Get us on the front page of Rumble and all that. We'll read over the schedule really quick, then we'll check on all the chats, make sure everything is running smoothly. There is no White House press briefing today. I don't know where KJP is. I don't know if she's scared of Peter or what. And I don't think she even called on the woman that was there last time. So no little drunken troll staggering out for the podium of lies today. But we will be starting with a Carrie Lake video. Carrie Lake was at the GOP debate last night that we did not cover because we were covering President Trump. There's no reason to cover the debate. The video is titled GOP Debate is a Vanity Project for Candidates. They're saying it's like the VP debate, the junior varsity debate, because everybody knows it's all lies on the Orange Eagle. Then we have a video titled New New York City Housing Vouchers Encourage Homeless to Leave City. They're trying to make the homeless people leave New York City so they can bring in more migrants. Well, you know what I mean. Border crossers, not migrants. There is a difference. There is a difference, although soft and stupid people don't think so. Then we have a video titled King in U.S. custody after North Korea expels him, talking about the soldier that went AWOL, ran across the northern border or whatever, the invisible line between North and South Korea, because he wanted to escape racism from being in the military or something. So he fled to North Korea. They just kicked him out. He's on his way back here, and he's happy and thankful that we went to get him. It's like Brittany Griner all over again. It's even dumber than Brittany Griner. Brittany Griner actually took weed into a country that locked her up for it. This guy, he just voluntarily fled the country and left his post. Then we have a video titled Mother Outraged After Doctor Contracted by the School. I don't like the way that's worded, but contracted by the school district took daughter's pulse. So as terrible as that title is, wrote by whoever wrote that, individual had their middle schooler at school for a physical, because apparently in that area the school hires doctors to be in the school instead of taking them to a medical facility for sports physicals. I guess they do it inside the school. Well, they have a unique way of taking pulses, and some parents are outraged by it. But that seems to be the only people. The faculty and staff, they're totally cool with it. Wait till you hear this, because I didn't even know you could I didn't know you could take a pulse this way. We'll get to it when we get to it. Then we'll be wrapping things up on the YouTube side of things with a video titled Increased Police Presence in Philadelphia After Looters Wreak Havoc on City. They were not in the streets again yesterday from what I understand, but there was a escalated police presence, and then they give us some information on that live streamer that was squawking and squallering all over the live yesterday while we were watching those videos and whatnot. She did get arrested, by the way. She did get arrested. Then we'll be shutting down CommieTube and moving forward with a video. It's titled Indiana Schools Arm Teachers with Guns Kept in Biometric Safes. It's time to arm the teachers, and I think that's probably a good idea. Just saying. I'm for that. Arm teachers, yes. Why not? Why not? Why forfeit your constitutional rights just because you're a teacher? Doesn't make any sense. I think it's a good idea. But of course, we can't show that on YouTube. So everybody over on YouTube, you'll have to brace yourselves and be ready to hop over to a platform that doesn't hate your guts or your rights at the end of the show to see the good stuff. All right, we're going to check on the chats really quick, make sure everything's running. Then we will go ahead and get her started. Let's see. What's up, everyone over on jeffmaclive.com. Where does it start? I wish the chat refreshed. There's probably a way to do it. I don't know how to do it. I'll have to figure it out. What's up, Annette? Happy freedom. What's up, Donna Sparks? What's up, Dan? What's up, Hair Juicer? What's up, Faded? Appreciate you guys being here. You guys are awesome. What's up, everyone over on Rumble? We gotta get those likes up. We could be on the front page right now. What's up, Ghostly? What's up, Snooks? What's up, Elisa? What's up, Matthew? What's up, Faded? You're omnipresent. What's up, Astral Hammer? What's up, JT3? What's up, WTF? We'll go with that. I'm not going to string your whole name out there, but I appreciate you being here. What's up, Shannon? What's up, Melissa? Appreciate you stopping in the game yesterday. What's up, Ghostly? What's up, Glow Smiles? That's an interesting name. I'll never forget that. What's up, Ruby? Happy freedom, you hooligans. Appreciate you guys being over here on Rumble. Let me just grab this link because I know by the time I make my way over to CommieTube, they're gonna need it. I throw that link to them people over on YouTube like a life raft. Like, here you go. Save yourselves. Leave the platform while you can. YouTube's coming for you. They're gunning for you. Well, we'll see how things. Snooks, it is buffering over on Odyssey. I don't know what's wrong with Odyssey at this point. I don't know what's going on. Things were running good for like a day, and then something happened, and we couldn't connect for 2 days, and now we can connect, but it just buffers. What's up, Saltaregu? Let me know if you're getting buffering over there on Odyssey. I don't know what Odyssey's problem is. I'll have to talk to their tech team some more. I wish it wasn't like breaking down every day. It's worse than owning a Jeep. That thing breaks down every day. It's like Chrysler made Odyssey. I don't know. Can't stand it. By the time we get to YouTube, everybody will be all pissed. What is that sound outside? Okay, I'll have to shut the slider here in a second. Jesus loves us. What's up, everyone over on Kick? Happy freedom. What's up, DeRosa? What's up, Ghostly? You're everywhere. You're awesome. What's up, Tom Tom? Appreciate you being here. Oh, for you hooligans that were asking me about a P.O. box, if I haven't gotten back to you, it's because I can't remember what platform you wrote me on. But I do have the P.O. box, and if you go to the contact page on jeffmaclive.com, you can get the P.O. box address if you would like to send me something. Just make sure you send me an email or contact me some sort of way so I know that the package is on its way. Because if it sits at the post office longer than 3 days, they will send it back, and I don't want that to happen. What's up, everyone over on Twitch? What's up, Grey Wolf? What's up, Mr. Beansy Beans? Appreciate you hooligans being here. What's up, Matt? You're everywhere. I love that. And what's up, hooligans over here on GoofTube? Appreciate you guys watching. Let me get you this life raft of a link. Holy moly. Okay, we're gonna have to do it. You guys ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Chicken bacon, chicken bacon, chicken bacon, chicken bacon, bacon, chicken 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 bacon, bacon, chicken bacon, chicken bacon, chicken bacon, chicken. All right, I think we're all tuned up now. Now you guys are ready. Go watch on Rumble. Ka-chow. There you go. That's just for you. There you go. Good to go. We are all happy and whole here. Annette, no buffering here. Appreciate you, Annette. Annette says that you guys need to make your way over to jeffmaclive.com and stop wasting your time with these other platforms. That's what she's saying. What's up, Adrian? Happy freedom. All right, hooligans, I think we are ready to get her started. I'm going to disappear for a second once we get the video started because I'm going to have to shut that slider because I don't want to hear that humming noise. I don't know what the neighbors are doing. They need to chill the hell out. I'll get that taken care of. But first, I need to remind you, go get you a free The Orange Eagle t-shirt. I think people got confused yesterday. I posted a link on Rumble during the Trump live, and when I had said like free The Orange Eagle t-shirt, I thought I'm thinking people thought I meant free t-shirts. That is unfortunately not the case. We just want everyone to know, regardless of this mugshot photo, everybody's still voting for Trump. If this isn't your type of design, you can go ahead and get you a Screaming Goat t-shirt. These shirts are very popular. I have received multiple photos from hooligans wearing these shirts, and people have been commenting on these shirts. Hooligans have been telling me left and right that they can't leave the house without getting some comments about these t-shirts. These shirts are favorited. So go ahead and go get you one before the store sells out or they pull my listing, because that has happened in the past. Either way, go check this stuff out at the merch store. I will post the link in the chat while we're watching this first video here. Once again, it is titled... It's a Carrie Lake video titled GOP Debate is a Vanity Project for Candidates.
Hey, good night, guys. Good evening, guys. We are here with Carrie Lake. Carrie, I noticed you left the debate a little early tonight. You didn't stay for the full thing. Why not?
This was a tough one to sit through. I mean, and I'm sure that people at home tuned away probably within the first 10 or 15 minutes. You've got a bunch of people up there on stage. It's a vanity project for them. They know that they're at 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 in the polls, and they're up against a giant, a political giant, and they're up against the next president of the United States. That's 60 points in the polling. He's actually out being a leader. He's in Michigan talking to working men and women who are struggling in the Joe Biden economy while they're quibbling up there on the stage. The moderators lost total control. It was I don't want to use any profanity up here, but it was not pleasant to watch. I think I saw many people yawning. Almost everybody was on their phone, looking down at their phone during the debate. And I'm assuming that the people across this country tuned out rather quickly. And my opinion, Mike, is that the men and the women on that stage need to go home tonight, do some soul searching. It is time to step behind and stand up and support President Trump. We're on the verge of losing this country, and we don't have time for this sideshow. We really don't. And I'm being serious right now. I'm really worried about this country for my children's future. And we've got the D-list debate going on so that they can continue to try to get their name out, get a gig as a CNN contributor when we're losing our country. It's time to step behind President Trump, and let's get behind a great man to lead this country out of this nightmare that Joe Biden has steered us into.
You mentioned the folks on the debate stage tonight. Someone who you probably don't agree with too often was also here tonight, the governor of California, Gavin Newsom. He said the same thing. He told folks, look, he told the press before this debate tonight, this is the JV debate. This is not a presidential debate. This is a vice presidential debate. Kari Lake, you are a Trump supporter. You are a Trump surrogate. Did you see a potential Trump VP on stage tonight?
I don't ever agree with Gavin Newsom, but I do agree that Trump won the debate. I disagree with him that this was the JV team. I think this was the junior high debate team. And unfortunately, I don't see anybody on that debate stage who I think could even serve in President Trump's administration. For the mere fact that they're up there trying to bring him down, criticizing a man, President Trump, who's done more to secure our border than any other president in my lifetime, and I live in a border state. So I don't see anybody on there. I don't think that we can trust any of them to be in that position with him.
You mentioned President Trump. He was in Michigan, of course, today, speaking with those.
Can I say
Yes,
one more
please.
thing? Isn't it rich, guys, that we have the man who ruined California, Gavin Newsom, here stumping for the man who's ruining America, Joe Biden? I find that to be really rich.
Joe Biden also here in California today. He was in the Bay Area speaking with donors, but former President Trump in Michigan today, choosing not to be at this debate, second straight debate. He's not attending, called out by Chris Christie tonight. Chris Christie saying, hey, Donald, I know you're watching. The reason you're not here is you're afraid to run on your record. What do you say to that?
I think the American people know President Trump's record, and they know that from 4 years ago, their lives were better. The economy was strong. We didn't even have inflation. Our mortgage rates were down at 3%. Now they're at 8%. Gas prices are at $7 a gallon. People can't afford groceries anymore. They're worried about their jobs. They're watching fentanyl pour across our border. They're watching the border wall being welded open so that millions of people can pour in, going to all 50 states. And even in these sanctuary cities with liberals, they're looking at this and saying, we miss President Trump. The American people know President Trump had a great record, and guess what? Chris Christie knows it as well.
Kari Lake, Trump surrogate, one of those cities here in California, San Diego, guys, announcing a humanitarian crisis this week. This migrant crisis affecting everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, please tell Madam Vice President we all say hello. We think she'd be a great Vice President.
Indeed.
Well, Kari Lake. A lot of people like Kari Lake. We did not watch the debate yesterday. Well, some of you guys might have watched it, but we covered President Trump. He was in Michigan speaking to the auto workers and stuff over near Detroit. I didn't hear anything good about the debate, though. I heard they were master debating, and that's all I heard. That's it. Last time I actually heard a lot of stuff. I heard that Vivek did well. DeSantis kind of was quiet near the end, but this last one, I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear anything about anything. But like Kari said, that's the JV team. That's the junior high team. No one's paying attention to those people. Everybody wants the Orange Eagle back. And I think she's right. I think people should just stop doing all the vanity stuff. Like, if they really want to fix the country, then they should be backing Trump. I kind of agree with that, personally. Because what is Trump saying that's not a good idea? And if everybody's going to go out there and just say the same thing, we need to close the border, we need to fix inflation, we need to fix homelessness, we need to fix mental illness problems, we need to fix drug addiction problems, and so on and so forth. If that sounds like a good idea, and we already know that he's going to do the same, a good job like he did last time, why not back him? Instead of just going there and saying the same thing, you want to do the same things. Well, we don't know you, and we don't know what you're going to do, but we know him, and we know what he's going to do, and you're saying the same things he is. Why would we pick you over this guy? Well, we wouldn't. MAGA's huge. It's huge. So it doesn't make any sense. They should be backing Trump if they believe in the same things that are going to fix the country, in my opinion. We're going to read through the chat really quick before moving forward. The next one we got is talking about New York City and their housing situation because they love all those border crossers being there. Hair Juicer's rocking the Screaming Goat t-shirt. He's awesome. I appreciate you, Hair Juicer. Happy Freedom Cassandra. See you sneaking in the chat there. Appreciate you being here. Matt says he's wearing his Hooligan Pledge shirt today. I love that shirt. I think a lot of people don't realize what that shirt is because they come across the... I'll pull it up really quick. I think some hooligans see that and they're... I don't know. I think they don't realize what it is because I've had a few questions about it. So at the top right there, you can see with the palm print, it's the hand on the heart. And I think people see that, they don't know what it is. But on the back, we have our own Hooligan Nation pledge and everything. It's got the Pledge of Allegiance on the back. It says Hooligan Nation on the top. It's actually a badass shirt, and I worked really hard at that. I think people don't realize that there's like a whole flag on the back and stuff. I need to order some shirts. I will be doing that. If you haven't checked it out, this is what the main merch store looks like. Okay, we have tons of designs. I also seen someone saying that the site was broken and images weren't loading, but I don't think that's the case. See, I'm refreshing the page here, and they have a really good server that they're working on. The store generally works pretty good, so I'm not sure who said that. I did see it in the chat while I was watching the video, but I think it's on your end that those images aren't loading. Let's see. Annette, I don't trust Pence. He's a traitor. I don't know anybody that's voting for Pence. I don't even know why he decided to run and show up at the debate. He must like getting booed. That's the only thing I could think of. He likes getting booed. He likes people screaming, "Get off the stage," and throwing the shoe at him and stuff like. He likes that stuff. I don't know. He's like one of those dominatrix. You know, he wants a good kick in the balls and stuff like that on a daily basis. He's into that kind of stuff. Because I don't know anybody who's like, yeah, I'm voting for Pence. Why would you? Why would you? What's the great things that he's done? Makes no sense. High Plains Drifter, when do the clocks roll back an hour? I want to say it's in March. I'll look it up really quick because now everybody's thinking. Everybody's like, well, I don't know. Let's see. Clocks roll back. No. I think they spring forward in March and they roll back in October, I think. Let's see. On Sunday, November 5th, 2023 at 2 a.m. local time, daylight savings time will end in most areas of the United States, Canada, and Mexico. Of course, we got, what is it, like 2 states or something that they don't participate in daylight saving time. It's like Arizona and somewhere else. We talked about this last time the time changed. November 5th. Gonzo, 29th of October in Europe. I never even considered what it would be like in other countries. See, now my brain's getting blown back. I'll have to pick back those thoughts up after the live. I never even considered what it would be like in other countries. Let's see. Taryn, you should watch the impeachment inquiry right now. Pence is a great guy compared to what I've been watching. I thought about covering the impeachment inquiry, but there's a reason why we don't cover stories about Hunter Biden or people talking about impeaching Old Man Walter. And the big reason is the same exact reason why I don't allow Q posts in my communities. Whether you're on Gilded or if you're on Discord, if you're posting a whole bunch of Q stuff, something a little here and there will slide. But if it's a whole bunch of Q crap or QAnon or whatever you guys call it, if it's any of that crap, I always get I take it down. I have all the mods take it down. And the reason is not because I'm against all you people who believe that stuff. It's because I don't want that content hurting my hooligans. And that's all it does. All that QAnon crap, the Hunter Biden crap, the Old Man Walter's getting impeached crap, that is hopium. You are sucking on the hopium pipe right now. You're in a hopium den and you don't realize it. They say all these great things. Oh, yeah, we're going to impeach Old Man Walter. Oh, yeah, we got Hunter Biden on 300 charges of being a piece of shit. And then QAnon says at 3:15 tomorrow you'll get a text message on your phone from the secret military that's still backing Trump and all this stuff and blah, blah, blah. And everybody gets their hopes up. And then the day comes, and then it goes. And they keep moving the goalpost. And you gotta wait till this day, and you gotta wait till this time. You gotta wait for this evidence. We gotta wait for this trial. We gotta wait for this hearing. And everybody just keeps their hopes up, and oh my God, and da-da-da. And next thing you know, you sound like a full-blown crazy person. You're trying to tell everybody the sky's falling. Nobody believes you. And even the people who believe the same things you believe are starting to not trust you. And then you start to burn out, and then you spiral out of control, and you push everyone away, and then you go to bed for 3 months, and you wake up and realize that you burned yourself out on fake content. And then you got to get your wits again. And then you come back and do that walk of shame and like, hey, guys. And everybody's like, hey, what's up? I ain't seen you since you went out in a blaze of glory in the general chat. You're like, yeah. I realized I was sucking on that hopium pipe. And that's what happens. That's what really happens. I've seen it so much over the last almost 4 years I've been doing this. It's a real thing. It's fine if you're all upset at what I'm saying. It's fine if I'm breaking your heart right now because it's real. That stuff is real. It is really fake content that you are absorbing, that is giving you false hope, and it picks you way up and then it drops you on your head. And I hate to see that happen over and over again. That's why we don't post the QAnon crap in the Gilded. That's why we don't cover Hunter Biden stories. That's why we are not covering the impeachment inquiry for old man Walter. They are not going to impeach him, and even if they did, we'd be stuck with Hyena Harris. There's no good day at the end of that, so we're not covering it. I hope everybody understands. Anyways, and I'm not ripping your head off. Don't misinterpret my passion of what I'm saying. I'm not ripping your head off. I am just merely explaining the reasons for my decisions, and it's none of your guys' fault. I'm just looking out for you, even if you don't understand. It's a dad thing. I'm just being a dad to you hooligans. I'm keeping you safe. You may not understand, but one day you will. One day. I promise. What's up, Cat's Eye? Happy freedom. What's up, Jamie and Deborah? Happy freedom. Appreciate you stopping in. Flipping through the chat really quick before we move forward here. Elisa, I love LGBTQ, Liberty Guns, Bitcoin, Trump, and QAnon. That's awesome. That's awesome. I haven't heard that yet. It says American is apple pie and ice cream. I think the QAnon stuff is ran by the CIA. I totally do. I totally think it's CIA stuff. What do they call it? Controlled opposition. That's what I think it is. That's what people say Trump is, but I don't know. I like Trump. I like hearing him speak. I like the way he comes at things. No, I don't think he's perfect or anything like that, but I think he's a pretty good option, and I think he's the best option we got right now. The whole QAnon stuff, though, they're just misleading good people. Nothing they've ever said has ever happened unless it was an accident. And even then, it wasn't nothing too great. Nothing to deserve notoriety. It's my opinion. Sticking to it. Anyways, we're going to move forward to this next video. It's titled New York City Housing Vouchers Encourage Homeless to Leave the City. Now, when I heard this, I was like, oh, they're going to spread the border crossers. No. These housing vouchers are for Americans that are homeless, so more border crossers can go to New York. We need to make more room for these border crossers. Just get out of the way, dirty Americans. We need room for these border crossers, they say. Let's get this started.
Well, New York City has a new plan to deal with its growing migrant crisis. We've been talking about this, and that plan looks like this. Send the homeless residents from the city to upstate.
This is
instead.
Like Plan C. It's not even Plan B. Maybe it's D, E, F, and G. It's not working. Mayor Eric Adams taking a drastic new step to try to free up much-needed shelter space, because this is the thing. They had a limit on how much time these migrants could stay in those shelters. 2 months, and you're out. But where are they going to go? Right now, they're on the street. But right now, the mayor is allowing local housing assistance vouchers to be used outside of New York City for the first time for the homeless, because all of the folks upstate want more homeless in their communities. Dre Clark breaking down Adams' strategy and whether or not people are for it. I'm guessing it's not really getting a lot of popular attention.
No, this is just like As the World Turns, a soap opera that goes on and on and on. But meanwhile, we're outside of the mayor's mansion, Gracie Mansion, where he lives here on the Upper East Side. You can see here behind me security parked outside. But the mayor certainly has probably been very busy these last couple of days because leaders in many of the 57 counties outside New York City say they were blindsided by the mayor's announcement, and they're concerned the sudden influx of people could cause their city and county budgets to spiral out of control. The mayor says the leaders didn't like the idea of the migrants being moved to their towns, so he's sending the cities homeless. He says it's a legal and fair play and a necessary one because the city's shelter system is overrun and there's little hope that will change for the better anytime soon. This was a statement sent out by the mayor's office, reading in part, these reforms will give longtime New Yorkers the ability to move out of our city's shelter system to other parts of the state with more affordable housing options, while simultaneously opening up space in our city's shelter system for the approximately 10,000 migrants who continue to arrive in the city seeking shelter month after month. Now, the housing vouchers are issued to both homeless people and low-income families.
You see the spray paint on the tent? I don't think I've seen that before.
The rest. It is the first time the city is allowing housing assistance vouchers to be used outside the 5 boroughs, giving voucher holders a better chance of finding cheaper housing elsewhere. They will be able to move wherever they want in the state of New York. The move, of course, is an attempt to try and handle the homeless population in city shelters, which city officials say is now really out of control. The city says it's caring for more than 100,000 people in the shelter system, and that includes 60,000 migrants, with an average of 10,000 migrants still arriving in the city every month. The city hasn't said how many people are actually eligible for this program, but we do know asylum seekers are disqualified. But as you would expect, the mayor's plan is also getting some major pushback. A statement from the New York State Association of Counties read in part, "We call on New York City to reverse this initiative. Shifting a problem from one part of the state to another does not solve anything. It simply creates more problems." Back now live here outside Gracie Mansion, there are those who support the mayor's plan, saying that it will allow low-income and homeless families to find permanent affordable housing, also saying landlords will get stable pay, and it could end up saving the city millions of dollars in carrying a cost for those migrants and other homeless people here at city shelters. But Adrian, as you know, every week there is a different development, a different chapter. At this point in time, the mayor is desperate, and so he's looking to explore as many legal loopholes as possible to try and shift the load from New York City to other parts of the state.
Well, especially with that judge's ruling on Staten Island, saying that he doesn't believe that it's legal for the mayor to actually ship people to Staten Island who are new immigrants, new arrivals to the U.S. Dre, thank you so much. We'll continue to follow this, of course. Thank you for watching. Go to News.
I don't think these people know what migration is. Calling them new migrants is highly misleading when they have no legal right to be here at all. It's not the same thing as migration. It's illegal entry. That's what it is. I don't get it. And then they're talking, it's total blue team par. Just regular plays for the day, just the average play. They're going to ship homeless people out of New York City by allowing them to use housing vouchers that they've never been allowed to use them out of the 5 boroughs before. But now that we have so many border crossers in town, now we're going to allow these vouchers to be used outside of the 5 boroughs to get them farther away from the city so they can have more room for illegal border crossers. Like, hey, no, you can't use these vouchers outside of town. You got to use them in town. And they're like, well, we can't find a place to live. And like, well, that's too bad. Now we're bringing in illegal people who ain't supposed to be in the country. And we're like, hey, we're going to give you guys special privileges. Guess what? You can use your vouchers out of town now. Yeah, look at the great things I'm doing. And then they turn around and say, well, he's saving a whole bunch of money that we would have to spend on the illegal border crossers. And now we don't have to because we're using housing vouchers. How about you don't let the illegal people stay in town? How about that? Then you wouldn't have to use the resources. Then you wouldn't have to act like housing vouchers outside of the 5 boroughs is some sort of special privilege. How about that? Oh, no. That's too much sense. That's too many brain cells at work there. Just so stupid. So stupid. Congratulations. All the great things you're doing. Just total blue team nonsense. Break everything down. Go ahead and hand everyone a piece of bread and talk about how you're feeding the homeless. After the problems you've caused. That's what's going on there. And that's what they do. That's always what they do. They break everything. They make a claim that they're going to fix it. And then they just wait around for all the pats on the back. Look at all the great things I'm doing. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. But people keep getting what they're voting for. That's how it's going. They want that nonsense. Now look at them living in it. They wanted it. Hair Juicer, heard about the October 4th emergency broadcast conspiracy theory? I have. And it reminds me of back in 2020 when people were saying, oh, on the 25th or something like that. Because when was the inauguration? Was it the 11th? Was it the 21st? I can't remember. But it was like 5 days after the inauguration. Everybody was supposed to receive a text message on their phone. There was going to be a national alert, and they were going to ping all of our phones. And the government was going to tell us it was a FEMA test. But really what it was is it was the Orange Eagle seeing if he could still reach us. And I remember that, and I remember everybody in the chat talking about that. And then I remember the day after that when everybody was all heartbroken in Gilded, on Discord, in the chat, on the live. They were all heartbroken because we didn't receive the text message from Trump. It was never going to happen in the first place. It was a bunch of nonsense. Now this is coming around and everybody's saying that this emergency broadcast is going to ping all of our phones and we need to stick our phones in Faraday cages and turn them off and pull the SIM cards out and do all this goofy stuff so you don't get pinged and whatever. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. Nothing more than what I just said. I'm not scared of it. I don't know what there is to be scared of. They're already watching us. They're already listening to us. They're already monitoring us. Somebody wrote a huge paragraph under my video yesterday on Rumble about how I better not go back to D-Live because the reason I was locked out of my D-Live account is because feds went through my videos. Well, that doesn't really concern me when they have my face on DOJ documents with the YouTube logo in the background. Obviously, they're monitoring my YouTube channel. You think I care that they're monitoring my D-Live? The point of the story is I'm not doing anything wrong. I don't care. No, they shouldn't be monitoring me, but I can't be that entertaining to watch as far as surveilling what I have going on over here. So, not really that concerned about it. If they ping my stupid phone, really not that concerned about it. They already have my phone number and my address and everything else, and they're watching me every time I'm beating my meat, so I don't care. I really don't care. But I know there's people out there that are highly concerned about this, and I don't have any answers for you. If you're scared of the government, don't value this thing so much, because this is how they control all of us. They tell us what to watch, what to think, what to feel. They watch where we are, what we say, what we do. They watch us take pictures of our food and our kids and our dogs and our cats. And, well, if you're scared of that stuff, don't own one of those things. Other than that, you also can't have friends, because all of your friends have phones and computers and devices and smart cars and everything else. And if you hang out with your friends, you're being monitored that way too. So if you're scared to be monitored, you can't have digital devices, you can't have any friends, you gotta go live in the mountains somewhere. That's my advice. I don't know what else to tell you. So those are the conclusions I've come to. But yeah, I have heard about the emergency broadcast thing on October 4th, and I don't know anything about it. I know a lot of people are talking about it, and that's really it. Hold up. Annette, is it your birthday today? Well, happy birthday to you, Annette. I hope today kicks ass for you. If you want, you can disclose how old you are, but I'll respect your privacy if you don't want to tell us. But I appreciate you sharing some of your birthday with us. You're awesome, Annette. Well, we're going to read through the chat a little bit before we move forward. Trying to keep track of the time here. The next video we're going to be covering is talking about that soldier that decided to run to North Korea while they were in South Korea, and he's running away from racism in the military. But they say he's happy to be on his way home now. Sounds like Brittany Griner all over again. Let's read through the chat real quick. Matt, send them back. They should be deported. There's no reason the border crossers should be here, let alone getting free stuff, let alone shoving Americans to the side to make more room for illegal border crossers. Just doesn't make any sense. Matt, Portland is forcing them and the homeless out of Portland also. And now the neighboring cities are getting mobbed. It's no good. That's what San Francisco is going to do too, because they can't control what's going on there at all. That place is lost. And eventually I think they're going to do the same thing, because Portland was already saying that they'd put in some sort of homeless policy where people can't be in the same place for 24 hours or something. So all the homeless people are picking their tents up and they're going like around the block every 24 hours, picking up and moving, so they don't get taken in for breaking the new whatever it is. I don't know if it's a law or not. It's like a city ordinance or something like that. But what you're saying just sounds like they escalated that ordinance to being like, you can't even be in town doing that stuff. Well, if they do that in San Francisco, which they probably will, then all those people, and there's a ton of them, and they look like zombies, are going to start venturing out to other states and stuff. It's no good. It's no good. They need to fix the problem and stop treating symptoms. But that's what Blue Team does. That's what the radicals do. They either cause problems or treat symptoms. They're not in the business of solving problems. Kind of like doctors. Doctors are like that. They're in the business of treating your symptoms to get you addicted to medicine and coming in over and over again to help pay for their doctor degree that they had to go pay for, or they signed up for, or whatever. They're going to keep you on that medicine. They're going to keep you paying to come in. They're going to keep you paying and paying and paying, and then never fix your problems. Dentists are like that too. That's why they don't want to pull teeth out of your head that are bad. They'd rather try and fix them, because then they can make a few $1,000s off of every tooth in your head if they can keep it there. But if you pull it out, that's no more money coming off of that tooth. Everybody's in it for the money, and it's ruining the world around us. And get a satellite phone. Satellite phones are good because they're not smartphones, so they don't track you the same way, but you can't use them indoors and stuff like that. You have to go outside for most satellite phones. And even if you have like storms and stuff like that, they can interfere, but satellite phones are good to have for sure. What's up, Sam? Happy freedom. Sam, it's Annette's birthday. Did you hear? Annette, you just turned 70? Well, that's awesome. Happy 70th birthday, Annette. I appreciate you and all your support. You're so awesome. I love birthdays. It's your own personal holiday. It always breaks my heart when people are like, oh, I don't care that it's my birthday. I'm like, nah, man. You're taking the day off. I'm forcing you to. You got to take the day off. We're going to get drunk or something. We're going to pet goats. I don't know. We're going to do something. Got to celebrate birthdays. Got to. Let's read through the chat really quick. We will be moving forward. Guess MJ, I was in San Francisco and got rear-ended. Don't really like to talk about it. You cracked me up. You said something that was so foul. I can't remember if it was yesterday or the day before, talking about a cop and blowing for the officer or something like that. I don't know. I can't say it while YouTube's virgin ears is listening, but you cracked me up. Ruby, I've spent tens of thousands. Yeah, doctors and dentists, they drive me nuts. It's just so bad. I had this back, like, second from last on the bottom molar removed. Both of them are broken. They're split in half, because when I was younger, I used to grind my teeth a lot, and I ended up splitting both these molars. This one just shattered. There was nothing above the gum line. They ended up pulling it. This one's in the same condition, and every time I go to get it pulled, they want to negotiate a deal with me. Like trading terrorists or something. They're just, I think we could fix it. No, I don't want to fix it. I want you to pull it out of my head. Yeah, but see, we could do this and we could do that, and you don't want to pull it for these reasons, and da-da-da, and you're still a young guy. No, buddy. This is not a negotiation. I'm hiring you to do a job. You do what I say, or I'll find somebody else. And then they're like, nope, get out of the chair. I'm like, fuck you then. All these people thinking they're so much better than me, but then they want my money. Come on, man. And I don't know if you could see it, but you're getting some happy birthdays from Rumble over here. I love birthdays. Tom should be in the... Oh, awesome. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate you, Tom. Jamie and Deborah, there's an armed robber on the loose nearby. I love alarms, cameras, and big fur babies. Prayers and those. What? Prayers for those who he may come across. It's no good. The world's losing their marbles. The world's losing its marbles because people are letting it happen. We have things to create, laws and whatnot, to create structure and what to expect out of life on a daily basis. But the people of authority are failing us. The people we put in charge, they're not doing right by us. Alright, we're going to move forward. This next video is titled King in U.S. Custody After North Korea Expels Him. Once again, this is that soldier that they were in South Korea and he ran across the line to North Korea to escape racism in the military. But I guess he's happy to be on his way back.
The United States has secured the return of Private Travis Keane from the Democratic People's Republic of Korea.
The U.S. soldier who illegally crossed the border into North Korea is in U.S. custody. Private Travis King made a sudden dash into the North in July. U.S. officials told reporters he appeared to be in good health and spirits and was very happy to be on his way home. The Swedish government retrieved King in North Korea and brought him over the border into China, where he was taken into U.S. custody. State Department spokesperson Matthew Miller.
I would not want to speculate on any motivations on the North Korean side, and I don't know that I would take from this that it heralds some breakthrough in diplomatic relations. Obviously, we're pleased to have secured his return. We're very thankful for the government of Sweden for their work as the protecting power that they did to help facilitate his transfer back to the United States.
At the time of his border crossing, King had been transported by the U.S. military to the airport to return to his home unit in the United States. Instead, he left the airport and joined a tour of the joint security area on the heavily fortified border between North and South Korea, where he ran across despite attempts by South Korean and U.S. guards to stop him. His shocking case triggered heated discussions within the U.S. government, but Washington declined to declare him a prisoner of war. Instead, North Korea appears to have treated his case like one of illegal immigration. Pyongyang has said he was seeking refuge due to racial discrimination within the U.S. Army. A spokesperson for King's mother expressed her gratitude to the Army for securing her son's release. A U.S. official declined to answer directly whether King would face a court-martial.
Well, they didn't say whether or not he would be court-martialed. They didn't really say a whole lot in that video. Yeah, we got him back, but he still is a deserter. He still abandoned his duties to go across the line. He fled. And I don't know if the whole saying it's because of racism thing is in hopes of getting out of that, like the fact that he went AWOL, or if he legitimately thinks that people care about his skin color and stuff in the military, which I don't know if that's a real thing or not. I've never heard of that. Everybody I've ever heard that was in the Army or anything like that, if you cared that much about it, you threw hands, and after you were done throwing hands, that was it. And nobody knew about it, because if anybody found out, you guys were getting in severe trouble, and that was it. And after that, you got to trust the person next to you, because that's your life. Something bad could happen to you. You got to be able to trust the people around you, which is why you throw hands, because you need to know where everybody stands. I don't know about this whole, oh yeah, they were making fun of my skin color, and so I just fled away. And I don't know about all that. I think he's in hopes that that's going to get him out of the trouble. Like they said, he's happy to come back. Why not just express that you're being hated on and try and get out? Why flee to North Korea? You think North Korea cares about your problems? They don't. They don't over there. You do not care about that stuff. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if they tell us any more about the story. See if he gets out of being in trouble. But I think he should be held accountable. He's the one that signed up to be in the military. Nobody forced him to do that stuff. You signed up. You gotta do it. You made your bed. You gotta sleep in it. Even if they're making fun of your skin or whatever, that's what you signed up for. There's worse things that could happen to you in the military. So, I don't know. That's a rough one. Let's read through the chat really quick. Hair Juicer, heard of QUX Box. I think it's some kind of private phone Mike Flynn is promoting. I'll look it up. I haven't heard of that. But I'll look it up after the live and see what it's all about. Probably just got myself on another list, but that's all right. And it says she can't see your guys' birthday wishes because she's bound to the website. But she says thank you to all of you hooligans, wishing her a happy birthday today. Matt, funny part to me is that he ran from racism while I was in the Marine Corps. Yeah. A certain group of individuals were more focused on skin color than others. Yeah, I've experienced stuff like that. And that guy during World War II would be shot for leaving his post. Yeah. Well, they're all soft now. They're even paying for soldiers to get tits put on them and stuff like that. It's dumb. It's dumb. When we were younger, you know, not when we were younger, but back in the day when the military was younger, they're lucky they didn't go the other route with that. Instead of putting tits on a soldier because his feelings hurt really bad, we're lucky they weren't cutting the tits off of soldiers because you get them caught on a tripwire. So, I mean, I don't know. The military's gone soft, and they're having recruiting issues, and they don't know why. Well, maybe if you didn't have flamboyant people with their wiener turned inside out doing promotions to join the military, where most people want to join the military to be honorable and do admirable things and protect the country and do serious things. Be a serious person, because life can be serious. Not go out there and masquerade as some other gender and do all this goofy stuff. No wonder people don't want to join up. When I was younger and I was in high school, our commercials for the military were people like jumping out of helicopters and, you know, having machine guns and stuff like that and badass rock music in the background and stuff. You know, it was all that. It wasn't dudes in dresses prancing around making TikTok videos at the White House. It wasn't any of that stuff. No wonder people don't want to sign up for the military. Whoever's been doing marketing the last 5 years, they just need to be put down. They're ruining everything. They ruined Bud Light. They just ruined the military. I don't know. This whole agenda thing, this flamboyant stuff, it ain't working. What's up, Sly Dog? Happy freedom. What's up, Sky Bear? Appreciate you being here. Light man, you crack me up. I don't think he's getting reparations. I don't think so. I know North Korea wasn't even considering it. Salty Red Goose says it's mole people. DeRosa, he got a taste of that communism. DeRosa, used to be all you can be. Now it's joined to be a she. Come on, man. That's messed up. But it's true, unfortunately. What's up, Dish Lady? I appreciate you being here. What's up, Warcry? Happy freedom. Nah, they wouldn't let me be a general. I'd be like, you better dust your tits off and stop crying. People would be quitting and going AWOL left and right. Was your general being racist? Nah, he told me he'd piss on my feelings. I don't like that. I'm going home. Get out of here, you little softy. No, I couldn't do that job. Couldn't do that job. Alright, we're going to move forward before I run us out of time here. This next video is titled, Mother Outraged After Doctor Contracted by the School District had took daughter's pulse. That title is a nightmare. I mean, my title today isn't that great, but it's better than that, I'll tell you. This video is highly concerning. Not only because they're having doctors being brought in, being imported into the school to do medical practices there at the school building. That's concerning enough to me. But the way that they took this junior high student's pulse, I keep wanting to say temperature, took their pulse was highly inappropriate. And there's other people who don't seem that concerned about it. And I think it's a big deal.
And then only on 2, a Katy mother outraged after she says a school contracted doctor crossed the line when he took her teenage daughter's pulse.
Yeah, she says that despite the multiple pulse points on the body, the doctor took her pulse in the groin area. Furthermore, she says she does not believe Katy ISD will stop it from happening again to other children. Let's go to Devin Clark. He's live in Katy tonight to relay her concerns and a message from that doctor's employer. Devin?
Daniela Keith, the mother we spoke to, says that inappropriate contact happened here on the Wood Creek Junior High School campus back in May. But to this day, she says she still has not gotten the response from Katy ISD that she wanted. She's hoping her story tonight amplifies her concerns and leads to this one major change.
I was like, oh no, that's not going to work for me.
Beverly Smith thinks back to May 11th. It's when she says her 13-year-old twins, a boy and a girl, and both Katy ISD athletes went to get physicals for strength and conditioning training here on the Wood Creek Junior High School campus. The doctors working for Medical Colleagues of Texas were contracted through the district.
My son went and saw the physician, and he came out, everything was fine.
But Smith says her daughter, who saw a different doctor, described a very different experience about the way he took her pulse.
I said, what? And she said, she showed me, she said here, and I said, under your shorts or on top of your shorts? Not that it made a difference, because he shouldn't be touching her there anyhow. And she said, underneath my shorts.
Smith says her daughter was traumatized and anxious, and speaking to the athletic director did not ease concerns.
He told me he's been doing it that way for years, and, that he's a doctor. And I said, so is Larry Nassar. And there's no good reason you can give me that would make that okay.
She says she got law enforcement involved.
And they took a report.
Smith says this is the Katy ISD police report, which in part states after her complaint, the athletic director went to observe the doctor conducting physicals and saw that he checked for pulses the same way for every student, male and female. A spokesperson with the Medical Colleagues of Texas said the physicals are conducted in accordance with established medical protocols. A statement sent to us partly states the inclusion of femoral pulse readings is a routine procedure aligned with medical guidelines. Specifically, this reading is used to check for coarctation of the aorta, a congenital narrowing of the aorta. But Smith, who says the Texas Medical Board is now investigating the doctor, strongly disagrees.
We have reached out to many people in the medical field. We've reached out to EMTs. Not a single person who is qualified or not qualified to comment on pulse taking has said that that was acceptable.
Out of all of this, Smith says she hopes that Katy ISD implements a policy prohibiting groin area pulse checks. We did reach out to Katy ISD and we're told that we will receive a statement, but so far that has not happened yet. Regardless, Smith says she will never have her kids have a physical through the district again. Reporting live in Katy, Devin Clark, KPRC 2 News.
All right, Devin, thank you.
Well, like I said, I think it's really concerning. I've had lots of sports physicals and stuff. I've played 2 years of soccer, 3 years of basketball, 3 years of football. Gotta have a physical done. It's not great. It's not a great experience. And of course, boys' physicals are a lot different than girls' physicals, sports or otherwise. But I've never heard of that. I've never heard of somebody being touched in their groin area to take a pulse. There's so many ways I've had my pulse taken, and that's never been one of them. Ever. I mean, when a boy gets a physical, I don't know how many of you guys know this. I know I don't expect you guys to be gynecologists and stuff. But when they grab your nuggets and they tell you to turn your head and cough, they're not looking for your pulse. Okay, I don't know if you guys know that. Never heard of that. Never ever heard of that. And then they tried to kind of justify it. They were like, well, there is a medical reason why you would grab them by the hoo-ha and try and take their pulse, and it's for these really specific reasons. And it's like, you can't justify that. You send your kid to school to the school physician, which is outsourced, and then your kid comes back to tell you that the doctor had their hands in their shorts, was touching their private area to take a pulse. The way that doctor would never be able to function in a normal quality of life again after I'd have my way with them would just be, I think, acknowledged by everybody. I think everybody would be on the same board. You'd hear that screaming by the doctor and everybody just, never mind, don't you worry, everything's fine. Just it's fine. Just wait for him to get done. I would think everybody would be on the same page there. I would break that whole doctor's face. His face would look like ass cheeks because I'd fold it in on itself. There's just no way. There's no way. No way would that be all right. No way. I'd be in jail. I would just be in jail. You guys would be having to call into the show. You'd have to call into the county jail. Because there's no way. It is wrong. That is wrong. And there's a lot of funny stuff you could say about the situation itself. But that's a junior high student that went through that. That's messed up. The doctor should be prosecuted. I mean, it's one thing to have a scheduled visit with expectations, right? Like, if you're a dude and you go in for a prostate exam and they just stick their fingers up in you, you knew what you got yourself into when you scheduled the appointment. I don't think I've ever scheduled a physical and expected to have my pulse taken from the groin area. That's just messed up. On the funny side of things, though, people are always accusing the Orange Eagle of grabbing her by the cooter, and really he was trying to save that woman's life, okay? He was checking her pulse for health reasons, okay? He was grabbing her by the kitty to make sure that she was okay. Now, that was the situation with the Orange Eagle. You know, he's always looking out for us, all of us out here. You know, if he grabs you by the crown, just know that he's looking out for you. But for the junior high student, that's wrong. The parent's lucky, you know, the doctor's lucky. The parent didn't come in and do some crazy stuff, you know, coming at you like a spider monkey all jacked up on Mountain Dew. And women, they snap. You know, the doctor's lucky that she didn't stab him to death with a pen, John Wick style. I don't know. I'm not with it. I'm not with it. I think that doctor should be locked up for that. I think he had alternative motives there. We're going to read through the chat really quick before we move forward. Let's see. Hair juicer, I'd check his pulse with a firearm. I'm saying. I'm saying he's getting forearm folded. Just let him have it. He's catching haymakers all day. I don't know. We'd probably run an operation, really. Figure out where he lives and stuff. There's no way I would let that slide. Cheeseburger, I've been fingering 600 people a year, probably. You're probably right. You are probably right. I doubt that is the first child that he's done that to. And it's such a terrible situation because when this stuff happens to girls, they don't want to tell anybody. They're not like dudes, you know, where you go and you're like, hey, I just had my physical. You know what the doctor did? He scooped my sack up like this. That's not how it is. Girls don't want to tell anyone that they had to go through that. I have lots of sisters and stuff. Like, I know how they can get. You know, if something bad happens, they just clam up. They just lock up. They don't want to tell anybody. It's terrible. It's terrible because then they got to live with that in silence. And it hurts how they see themselves and stuff. It's terrible. DCAT, I just believe the doctors enjoy handling grapes. I think so too. I think so too. They're down with that stuff. Doctors are messed up. They're messed up. They see the human body in a different way. I don't know. They're something else. Serum, I like how Jeff cleared his throat while talking about physicals. I've had my fair share of physicals. Sky Bear, it's embarrassing. Yeah. It's messed up. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like that doctor should definitely be thrown under the bus. And I feel like that little girl, without realizing it, is really brave to come forth and be like, hey, I think what that doctor did was wrong. You know, and not having any medical training or anything, being a junior high student, it's pretty brave to go out there and be like, hey, I think something's wrong. And, you know, that doctor should be called out. Instead of being backed up, the school's trying to back it up like, oh, no, you know, this is normal. He touches all the girls like that. It's for the greater good. Like, well, did the doctor have a swastika? And like, well, never mind. Mr. Beansy Beans, that's how guys are hired at McDonald's, by grabbing their nuggets. You guys crack me up. Grabbing them by the nuggets. That's how you pass the fee. See, I ain't gonna be able to work. I ain't gonna be able to work at McDonald's. They ain't gonna be able to lift these nuggets. They're too heavy. Anyways, we're gonna get on this last video that we're gonna be able to show YouTube. It's titled "Increased Police Presence in Philadelphia After Looters Wreak Havoc on City." this is kind of just a follow-up from all the looting videos that we covered yesterday. That live streamer was in 2 of the videos from yesterday, screaming and hollering, encouraging people. Yes, go in there and loot all the stores. This is great. All this stuff. Well, she got arrested. That's the main reason why I'm showing this video. She got arrested. But they just kind of do a follow-up story on what all happened in Philadelphia last night, because night before is when all the looting happened. Let's get this started.
Tonight, Philadelphia police were prepared for the possibility of another round of looting. Extra patrols blanketed parts of Center City, including Walnut and Chestnut Streets. And while many stores were still cleaning up from the chaos, others decided to close early over safety concerns, as authorities continue to round up last night's looters, including the alleged ringleader. It is Wednesday night, and the big story in Action News is the continued fallout from last evening's looting in and around Philadelphia. Tonight, there are increased police patrols helping to keep the peace throughout the city. We have live team coverage tonight, from the cleanup to the added police presence. Let's begin with Action News reporter Becca Hendrickson, who's live at police headquarters. Becca.
Rick, police not only wanted to make their presence known in Center City, where we saw officers on nearly every corner, but they were in other neighborhoods around this city too, having patrol cars in shopping centers that the looters were targeting last night. At every turn in Center City Wednesday night, groups of Philadelphia police officers manned the streets on foot, bikes, and in cars, hoping to deter crime.
The bottom line is sending a message that Philadelphia is not going to be the place that you can come and do this type of behavior.
As police added more patrols, businesses across the city closed early. This Audi in Olney had security guard its boarded up doors after looters broke the glass Tuesday night.
It's just an excuse for them to act up. Like, it don't make no sense. They tearing up our, the neighborhoods where we got to shop at and they got to shop at.
Police say 52 people were arrested after a night of mayhem. The looters ransacked stores in multiple neighborhoods. Video from Chopper 6 shows police chasing suspects through the Northeast. Then, on the 5600 block of Rising Sun Avenue, they arrested 21-year-old Deja Blackwell.
She is live streaming as she is committing burglaries, as she is encouraging others to commit burglaries.
Police say she led a caravan of looters from store to store, encouraging others to participate in the crime on social media. She faces 8 charges, including riot and conspiracy.
Not even shocked, because it happened the first time, so I'm not even shocked that's going to happen again.
12-year-old Michael Spielberger says as scared as he was during the looting, he's even more fearful of what could happen in his neighborhood if the criminals strike again.
They're not going to shoot to aim, they're going to shoot to kill. And if this happens again, then the National Guard has to come all the way out here, and then all this stuff is going to keep on happening.
And Rick, police say they're likely going to be making more arrests because of the looting. They also say they'll have increased patrols throughout the city through the weekend. Live at police headquarters, Becca Hendrickson, Channel 6, Action News. Rick.
Well, like I said, it's just a follow-up video from all the looting and stuff that we covered yesterday. And I really just wanted to show it because that live streamer got arrested. She was so happy and celebrating that everybody was breaking into those stores, stealing liquor bottles and stuff. Then she was on camera holding a stolen bottle of Hennessy, and she was just, just over the moon. Until they stopped her. They stopped her up the street and pulled everybody out of the vehicle. Got her arrested. Hopefully she got to drink that Hennessy before she went to jail. She's being charged with a little bit of everything, and those conspiracy charges are hard to beat. Those are charges based off theory. You got to disprove their theory of what happened to you. It's near impossible to get past some conspiracy charges. She's getting hit. I hope it was worth it. Hope it was worth it. Stupid people do stupid things. I don't know. There's times for protest, but there ain't really times for looting. You're just a criminal at that point. Matt, about time. I know. You never see that. There's been years we've never seen that. People go out there, film everything. Here's all the bad things I'm doing. Here's all the bad things my friends are doing. They get TikTok famous. They don't get arrested. We'll see if they actually press charges and all that. See if she gets some time. Like I said, those conspiracy charges are hard to beat. They have to drop those charges or she's getting it. She's getting something. Here, Juicy, y'all better not loot these empty stores again. Yeah, you're not wrong. They cleaned everyone out. I don't know what was left to target. I don't know. I don't even know. I can't even think of anything. They already got what they wanted. Robbed the shoe store. They robbed the Apple store. They robbed the liquor store. I don't know. They probably didn't break into Carhartt. I'm just assuming things, I guess. I don't know. Never mind. Let's read through the chat here. Before we wrap things up, if you're on YouTube, go ahead and click that link at the top of the chat. Make your way over to Rumble. We have another video left talking about arming teachers. Lots of guns being shown and stuff. Can't show that stuff on YouTube. So go ahead and make your way over to Rumble. If you don't like Rumble for whatever your personal reason is, you are welcome to try any of the other platforms. We are currently live on Twitch, Kick. I don't know about Odyssey. Odyssey's hit or miss. You can try Odyssey. Rumble, jeffmaclive.com. You can try any of those platforms. You can find all of them on the link tree, as well as ways to donate, join membership programs, get a cool t-shirt like I got on, and a way to join Gilded. You can do all of that from the link tree, but go ahead and make your way off of YouTube. After I'm done reading through this chat here, we're going to knock YouTube off the list. We're going to cover this next video. Matt, that's where I prefer to check my wife's pulse. Yeah, see, I can't get an accurate reading without grabbing the goose. You know, it's just, it's the way it is. The only time you're really a gynecologist, ain't that right, Matt? Are you feeling all right? You check the oil real quick. You doing all right? You better go lay down. Looking a little ill. Yeah. Gotta go over there and grab her by the monkey face, and you're just like, hey, this is for the greater good. Just checking on you, honey. You'll be all right. You hooligans crack me up. Oh my God. It's, you know, Rumble is making it. When you start seeing the trolls coming in and posting their goofy links and all this stuff, that's when you know Rumble is making it. I think they got some headway showing the debate last night, because they were doing major advertisement saying that the debate was exclusively being shown on Rumble and stuff, because I don't think YouTube covered it. So I think they gained some audience last night. They're doing lots of promotion for beating censorship and stuff right now, because Europe is trying to shut down Rumble. But that's not even really that new. I believe Rumble's already banned in Germany and places like that. Last year we were seeing screenshots and stuff where people overseas were trying to watch Rumble, but when they go to the Rumble website, there's a big green screen saying that their government has banned Rumble in that country and stuff like that. So this isn't nothing new. It has to do with the whole Russell Brand thing, or at least that's their excuse, is Russell Brand's being accused of being a bad person or doing some bad stuff or something, and everybody wants Rumble to shut him down because the podcast is being held on Rumble, and they're not shutting him down from what I understand. So there's companies that do advertisement through Rumble that are pulling their contracts and stuff like that. I don't know. People are trying to do bad things to Rumble because Rumble won't take down Russell Brand. Cheeseburger, oh, Rumble's doing better than I thought they would. They're going hard. Me too. I wasn't really sure about Rumble, but they're doing pretty good right now. Matt, online harms bill, censorship, yeah. Yep. What? I'm trying to figure out what you guys are talking about. Flip through the chats really quick. DeRosa, Russell has his finger on the pulse. Like, I don't even understand how that works. Do you just knock on the meat drape, stick your ear to the little pink thing at the top, and just wait for the thump thump, thump thump? Like, yep, sounds about right. I don't know how it works. I've never knocked on the door for that reason. Some of you guys get so in-depth in these conversations. I come across these comments that have so much stuff going on, but nothing about what we're talking about. I'm like, oh, I'm dropping ease at this point. Dropping all that ease. All right, hooligans. I am running out of time here. We're going to cover this next video. It's titled Indiana Schools Arm Teachers with Guns Kept in a Biometric Safe to Keep the Schools Safe. Of course, can't show this on YouTube. If you are on YouTube, leave right now. Click on that link at the top. It'll take you right to the current live on Rumble. And like I said, click the Linktree link to check out all the different platforms if you can't stand Rumble for whatever reason. But you gotta leave now, so we're wrapping it up. Everybody else, just go ahead and keep your seats warm. Go grab some coffee if you need to. Get you some right snacks. We'll be picking up in just a moment here. Hey, I appreciate you being here, hair juicer. Have a good day at work. Be safe out there. Come on, YouTube. You take forever. It took my whole life. You already took all my money away and demonetized me. Now you're taking my lifetime. Alright, we'll just try it. I don't know if this is going to work.